Good afternoon, everybody. We are here today for another Turing talk with Martin Georgiev. So what do you do at Agga, Martin?
I've been an intern for Agga for almost 8 months. My main task was to optimize their trading strategies. So yeah, my task was to make an optimization engine where one could just put in his strategy and we could find like the optimal parameters for which we could trade and make some money, of course. I'd like to emphasize that, there's always work on new strategies or doing some portfolio management, stuff like this.
Right. And what is your favorite thing about working for Agga?
The nice atmosphere. I enjoy the drinks every week, and I always have like interesting topics and stuff.
So Agga Capital is an official partner of the IFSA and Turing competition that is hosted on the Rustu app, which is a mock trading competition where you can showcase your trading skills. So Martin here today agreed to kindly show the participants some simple trading strategies that they can use on TradingView.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna show you just like the very basic strategies, like which are the same as like the hello world of every programming, like the very basic stuff. And the first one is just a simple exponential moving average strategy, which is basically a trend indicator. And what you have is your data. Then you have these lines. One of them is so-called short exponential moving average, and the other one is the long one. And what it does is basically the short one has a smaller data window, so it should represent the current state better than the other one, which has a longer window. So if the market is going up, so if there is a trend, probably the short line should have a higher slope than the longer line. And if this happens, then you have a cross happens and you can go long. For example, here you can see that the yellow line the short one crosses the green line, which says, okay, let's buy here. And this indicates a trend. And then when the cross happens the other way around, you could sell. This is like one of the basic stuff you can use always as part of your strategy, as one of your indicators. And you can always write your own strategy in the Pine editor. It uses the so-called Pine script, which allows you to code your own strategies. For example, here in this example, you can see your input. You can make input for the user, let's say. So you have all the options here for start, date, year, blah, 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 till the end, and the indicator values. And then you can make the logic. For example, we were talking about crosses, so you can see here the buy and sell signals happen on the crosses when the MA close fast crosses the slow MA and the other way around. And then you can execute the strategy and plot it so you could see nicely what happens. And after that, you always go to your strategy tester and click on performance summary, and you can see your net profit, your drawdown, your Sharpie ratio if interested, and so on and so on. You can also see your trades to see if it makes sense, and you could use these tools. All right. So the next strategy is the Bollinger Bands, and what it does is shows you how volatile the market is. And it consists of having these two bands, the green region, which is basically the mean plus or minus standard deviations. So you can see like certain range. And the indicators works as follows. If the prices go above the upper bound per Bollinger Band, then you have a signal for buying. And whenever it crosses back the bound, then it's a signal for selling your long position. And of course, the same is true for the other way around. If the price goes below the lower bound, you go short, and you cover if you cross again into the region of the Bollinger Bands. And you can always use such indicators to combine them and improve all your strategies and try to get better performance. Such strategy as the Bollinger Bands is useful to see, for example, in this period, you can see that there's no volatility and small volatility, and the Bollinger Bands, they don't move a lot. But what we want to catch is a breakout. So you can see, for example, here there's this drop, like a negative breakout, and you can see that here it crosses and the region is much bigger because there's more volatility, and in this way you could catch a breakout in the asset, in the price.